Hi, everybody. Okay, listen to my voice. I have a cold again because every time I go to my niece's house in Virginia, it seems like her children give me a cold. But anyway, let's get started with this ornament. This is a very good seller at the craft shows, so you should always have a few of these. I would say maybe 10 or 20 per show. Sorry about the cough. But I wanted to get this video out to you. So we're going to roll out just a sheet of green clay. Now, if you have a tree cookie cutter, you can use that. This tree is maybe 5 inches tall, I would say. If you don't have a tree cookie cutter, just cut out a tree from paper, as I did here, and just trim around it. And tomorrow I go back to my niece's house. I wonder if the kids will still be sick. Well, the bright side is they can't make me sick because I am already sick. She has a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they go to daycare. And you know how it is when kids go to daycare. They're going to pick up everything that everybody else has. And I feel like since I've turned 70, I haven't had a cold in 20 years. I turned 70 years old, and I'm going downhill. That's what my aunt told me. Once you hit 70, it's downhill. I don't believe it. But anyway, we have cut the trunk off the tree. My tree's a little lopsided on the bottom. That doesn't matter. That's okay. Now, see how I've made that little bump, the little baby bump on her? It's very easy to do. It's not hard. And when you put it on the tree, make sure you leave enough room for the heads and the hats and the star that goes at the top. And of course, this is the snow that they are standing on. And you do want to smooth this out so you don't have too many fingerprints, because this is where you will be writing their names. Now we're going to do his arm so that he's kind of holding her tummy. And be sure to watch at the end. I'll show you some examples of different ways of doing this ornament. Roll a ball for the head. Of course, I made that head a little too big, so take it off, do it over, make it a little smaller. I gave him, sorry. Well, I have it written there. I made him a blue hat and I made her a red hat. And again, you can make these colors anything that you want. I'm going to take a little sip of lemon water for my throat. So if you hear me guzzling, well, I'm not going to guzzle, but I'm just going to take a sip. I'm going to put a little rope on for the brim of the hat. And these are going to be like knit caps, you know, that you wear in the winter. But again, you can make your hats any way that you want. There's no law that says you have to do it the way I did it. Now, you see I've left a little bit of space at the top of the tree for the star. We're making the scarf. So I'm doing this narration on January the 6th, which is the same day I hope I can get it uploaded. Now, all right, we are making the star, and I'm using a cookie cutter. And, you know, you can make the star without a cookie cutter, but why? When you can buy a cookie cutter and it makes your life so much easier. So you can make the star smaller if you want. And then we're going to add the hook. Anyway, here I am with a cold, and on Saturday it's going to be 76 degrees here in the middle of winter. Wow. And it's going to be a little rainy. I call that tornado weather. I hate tornadoes. Always put your hook in before you start doing the little details, because you don't want to squish their noses and everything when you put the hook in. And of course, my holly leaves and berries. And the leaves are just little teardrop shapes, which the teardrop shapes technically are just little tapered logs. So I had an eventful Christmas. I drove to Virginia on Christmas Day to pick up my son, who is coming in by train to Roanoke from Rhode Island. We spent 5 lovely days with my niece in Virginia. And on the way home, my car broke down on the Virginia-North Carolina border. I don't know if I've told you all this before. And turned out to be the battery, or so we thought. So we got a new battery, made it home. He took the car to go spend time with his friend. and the car broke down again. So we got the car to my house. My brother's going to fix it for me. Turns out it is the alternator, but right now I have no car. So I had to rent a car to take him back to Virginia to get on the train. And that's where I'll be going tomorrow. But this time I will only be gone 3 days. I'm coming back on Thursday and hopefully getting you another video. Of course, if you're watching this 20, 30, 40, 100 years from now, that's funny. It will not be relevant to you or to me. I won't be around. But anyway, we made the little berries, making the little orange noses. And sometimes I like to make the little hole in the face and then roll out the little teardrop shape and put the nose in. Now I'm making the snowflake on the belly with my needle tool. But as you can see, you could also write baby there. But if you don't want to make it with a needle tool, but it's very easy to do with the needle tool, you can there are little snowflake molds, and when you get to the end of the video, you'll see that I used a snowflake mold to make a snowflake on the belly, which the mold, if you're going to make these in quantity, it'll go quicker if you use the mold. If you hear strange noises, I have the little dog in here with me, but he's being very good. He's being very quiet. He's kind of cleaning himself right now, and he's licking himself. I hate it when dogs lick you in the face because, let's face it, what do they lick with that tongue? Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. Sorry, kind of went off there. And this is the one I did where I wrote baby. And the other one, I forgot to paint it for you guys. And of course, bake according to your instructions. Now we're going to see some other examples. Now, the first one I did for a couple expecting their second child. And you can see I used the little snowflake mold. They were expecting a girl. And here I also used the snowflake mold. And then I do make it with just people, but it's for special orders only. So these are just some different variations of how you can do this ornament. Hope you enjoyed it. I know you didn't enjoy my voice, but what can you do? Bye.